हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आप सभी का निरंकारी वीडियो चैनल में स्वागत है। इस वीडियो लिंक में हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिक चार्जेस एंड फील्ड के अंतर्गत इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल या विद्युत द्विध्रुव के बारे में देखेंगे। सो माय हेडिंग इज इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल। Electric dipole. What is electric dipole? A pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance is called electric dipole. अगर दो परिमाण में समान और प्रकृति में विपरीत आवेशों को एक दूसरे से बहुत ही माइन्यूट दूरी पे, बहुत ही कम दूरी पे प्लेस कर दिया जाए, रख दिया जाए, तो इस तरह का जो सिस्टम बनेगा वो आपका इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल कहलाएगा। तो इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल की जो डेफिनेशन हो गई, क्या होगी? ए पेयर ऑफ इक्वल एंड अपोजिट चार्जेज, ए pair of equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance, separated by a small distance is called an electric dipole. Is called an electric dipole. Now my next heading is dipole moment. Dipole moment. द्विध्रुव आघूर्ण. It measures the strength of an electric dipole. It measures the strength of an electric dipole. The dipole moment of electric dipole, the dipole moment of an electric dipole is a vector, whose magnitude is either charge times the separation, charge times the separation between the two opposite charges, between the two opposite charges, and the direction is along the dipole axis, and the direction is along the dipole axis from the negative to the positive charge. From the negative to the positive charge. Consider an electric dipole. Consider an electric dipole consisting of charges plus q and minus q. Consisting of charges plus q and minus q separated by distance 2a. Separated by distance 2a. The lining joining the charges is called the line joining the charges is called dipole axis. Dipole axis. Here minus q charge and this is plus q charge. These charges are separated by distance 2a. Dipole moment acts in the direction of negative charge to positive charge. Dipole moment becomes dipole moment becomes either charge into a vector, either charge into a vector drawn from a vector drawn from negative charge to positive charge, and it is the mathematical form represented q into 2a. The SI unit of dipole moment is Coulomb meter. When both charge q and separation 2a, when both charges q and separation 2a, the dipole has a finite size. The dipole has a finite size. A location midpoint between plus q and minus q. A location midpoint between plus q and minus q. A direction and a strength. A direction and a strength. Example of electric dipoles. Examples of electric dipole. Examples of electric dipole. Dipoles are common in nature. Dipoles are common in नेचर. जो द्विध्रुव होते हैं ये प्रकृति में सामान्यतः मिलते हैं. इन मॉलिक्यूल्स लाइक H2O, in molecules like H2O, HCl and C2H5OH, C2H5OH and CH3 COOH. The center of positive charge does not fall exactly. The center of positive charge does not fall exactly over the center of negative charges. Over the center of negative charges. Such molecules are electric dipoles. Such molecules are electric dipoles. Electric dipoles. They have a permanent dipole moment. They have a permanent dipole moment. Now we will define dipole field. Dipole field. द्विध्रुव क्षेत्र. The electric field produced by an electric field produced by an electric dipole. Electric dipole is called dipole field. इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल के द्वारा जो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड क्रिएट होती है उसको हम डाइपोल फील्ड बोलते हैं. दिस कैन बी डिटरमाइंड बाय यूजिंग a formula for the field of point charge. A formula for the field of a point charge and principle of superposition. and principle of superposition. Our heading is variation of dipole field with the distance. Variation of dipole field with distance. दूरी के साथ द्विध्रुव क्षेत्र या डाइपोल फील्ड में बदलाव. The total charge of an electric dipole is 0. The total charge of an electric dipole is 0, but the electric field of an dipole the electric field of an dipole is not 0. This is because the charges plus q and minus q. This is because the charges plus q and minus q are separated by some distance. Separated by some distance. टोटल चार्ज 0 हो जाता है, लेकिन डाइपोल के द्वारा टोटल इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड 0 नहीं होती, क्योंकि प्लस चार्ज और माइनस चार्ज क्या होते हैं, एक दूसरे से कुछ दूरी पे रखे होते हैं. सो द इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड ड्यू टू देम so the electric field due to them when added do not exactly cancel out. When added do not exactly cancelled out. Hence we expect a dipole field. Hence we expect electric field at larger distance. At larger distance. In fact, dipole field at larger distances. In fact, dipole field at larger distances falls in the range of 1 upon r cube. Now my next heading is electric field at an axial point of a dipole. Electric field at an axial point of a dipole dipole. This is a electric dipole minus q plus q, and this is a midpoint. Here distance L, and from center at distance r, situated a point P. The point P is at an axial axis. So consider an electric dipole. Consider an electric dipole consisting of charges plus q. Consisting of charges plus q and minus q, separated by distance 2a. Separated by distance 2a and placed in vacuum. Let P be a point. Let P be a point on the axial line. At a distance r. From the center O. From the center O of the dipole of the side of charge plus q. Side of the charge plus q. Electric field due to charge minus q. Electric field due to charge minus q at point P. At point P is E minus q equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught minus q into r plus a का whole square into p cap towards left. Where p cap is a unit vector. Where p cap is a unit vector along the dipole axis. Minus q2 plus q. Electric field due to charge plus q. Electric field due to charge plus q at point P each. At point P each, E plus Q equal 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught plus Q upon R minus A का whole square into P cap. Hence the resultant electric field hence the resultant electric field at point P equal E axial, E vector axial equal E vector minus Q plus E vector plus Q, and here 1/4 pi epsilon नॉट, Q को भी बाहर निकाल दिया जाए तो 1/r प्लस ए का r माइनस ए का होल स्क्वायर, r माइनस ए का होल स्क्वायर माइनस 1/r प्लस ए का होल स्क्वायर इंटू पी कैप. इट बिकम्स Q/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट. यह हो गया r स्क्वायर माइनस ए स्क्वायर, r प्लस ए माइनस ए इंटू पी कैप Q/4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट, and it becomes r plus a minus r plus a upon r square minus a square into p cap. r से r कैंसिल हो गया, यह हो गया q इंटू 2a upon 4 पाई एप्सिलॉन नॉट का होल स्क्वायर. And it becomes r square minus a square का होल स्क्वायर, where r is very greater than a. r is very greater than a. It means r becomes equal to E axial 1/4 pi epsilon naught 2p upon r cube. This is formulation for towards right. Now we will see electric field at an equatorial point. Electric field at an equatorial point. Electric field at an equatorial point of a dipole. This is electric dipole minus Q plus Q. Distance between them is 2. This is midpoint, perpendicular, and they meet. A vector, B vector. यहाँ पे इसकी डायरेक्शन माइनस की तरफ और यहाँ से ये क्या करेगी, बाहर निकलेगी. तो तो रिजल्टेंट वेक्टर आपका क्या हो जाएगा, यह हो जाएगा। और यहाँ से हम क्या करेंगे, परपेंडिकुलर लाल लगा देंगे। कंसीडर एन इलेक्ट्रिक डाइपोल consider an electric dipole consisting of charges minus q, consisting of charges minus q and plus q separated by distance 2a, separated by distance 2a and placed in vacuum, and placed in vacuum. Let P be a point on the equatorial line. Let P be a point on the equatorial line. Of dipole at a distance, of dipole at distance r from it. Electric field at point P due to plus Q charge. Electric field at point P due to plus Q charge is A plus Q 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon क्या हो गया ये R स्क्वायर प्लस A स्क्वायर R स्क्वायर प्लस A स्क्वायर. Electric field at point P. Electric field at point P due to minus Q charge, due to minus Q charge is E minus Q 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square plus A square. E equatorial equal minus E minus Q cos theta plus E plus Q cos theta into P cap, that is minus minus 2 E minus Q cos theta P cap E equatorial equal to minus 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught P/r³ into P cap. So friends, in my next video I will describe about torque on a dipole in a uniform electric field. यूनिफॉर्म इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड में डाइपोल के द्वारा हम बल आघूर्ण की गणना करेंगे। तो आप हमारे अगले वीडियो लिंक की प्रतीक्षा करें।